What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Down to Business segment of the Screw Up Show. You're on with Mon.
And with Don.
And once again, we have invited a couple of business owners here with us to talk about their online business. So please, guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay, hi, I'm Aimee. And I'm Denise, and we're from Aize Collective. Yeah.
All right. Welcome.
Welcome, guys. Happy to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Okay, so the first thing that we always ask all the business owners we have is, how and why did you guys start this? I'm assuming you're a COVID business also, right? Like you started during the pandemic. Unless you guys had plans to start before and then it just got delayed because of everything that happened. But how and why did you guys start this?
Okay. Yeah, so like everyone else, we started during the pandemic, and I think me and Denise have been friends for quite a while now, and based on our personalities, we both love fashion. We're into travel and lifestyle, so we decided to, start a brand that can incorporate, our interests. So.
Mhm.
And then for the designs, it took quite a while just because of the pandemic. So everything was done online. We couldn't even feel much of the fabric. It was just like based off of our imagination.
Yeah.
And then sketching was mostly done by me, and then inspiration was mostly done by Aimee. And then we just agree upon the designs. I mean, we only have two so far, but it's quite the tedious process just because we couldn't meet up with the suppliers. We can't meet up with the laborers. Yeah.
Even us, especially,
Yeah.
like we couldn't even see each other physically. So most of our meetings would only be through Google Meet, and we kind of schedule all of our planning in between work. And
Yeah.
so it was quite difficult.
And then like for the sampling, so the process of creating a line basically is finalize the design, create the tech pack or the measurements and the sizes that you'd want, and then from there you will have a tailor or dressmaker create a sample for you. So from that, you will have to test it out on different people, and it was sort of a struggle also, just because not everybody's the same as our body types. So we had to ask friends to like, oh, is it okay if you have time? Can you try this on and then give us feedback? So it was that also, and then we also had like some wash test na magmumulbol ba siya, or is the fabric okay? So we invested a lot.
Quite a lot, actually.
Quite a lot.
Quite pricey for our first
time and money. But yeah, so far it went well.
Yeah,
Panned
it went
out
well.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, diba? I think despite all the, like what you said, it's very pricing, very costly to manage the business, especially during COVID. Like you mentioned, I think a common theme that we've encountered with other fashion business owners that we've had on the show so far is that they struggled nga with not being able to meet with suppliers face to face and all that. Kasi kailangan mo parang kapain yung, alam mo na, like the fabric and all that, if it even looks good as it does in like pictures and whatnot, diba? So yeah, but despite all of that, starting a business at all, regardless if it's like during the pandemic or before the pandemic, is something, very cool, something very, like, I'm just like amazed, diba? We've done quite a few episodes already of this segment, pero, every time we've had guests on, we're still like in awe with, how our generation is very business minded, diba? So if you notice, diba, so many people, young people our age, starting up businesses left and right, despite, we're living in a pandemic, diba? So yeah, and I like what you guys said in the beginning. It's something that you're passionate about, yung passion nga, diba? So, and sort of creating this outlet like a business, to kind of do something about your passion for it, diba? So it's great, diba? So good job, guys. I mean, I know you guys have only pretty much, small pa lang, diba? So not quite there yet in like, being a big brand and all that. Eventually, obviously. So we manifest a lot here. So
Yeah, our manifestations on the show work a lot. So there's no more ifs, whens.
yeah. All right. So you did give kind of a sneak peek to how you run your business, with meeting suppliers and all that. So what's a day like for you guys in managing your business, especially during, the pandemic where there's so many restrictions, diba?
Um, yeah.
So actually, right now we're quite chill with our
Hmm.
operations because we both have full time jobs. So, this is
Okay.
more of a sideline for us. So we're not really um quite
Giving like most of our energy.
yeah like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
effort. Not saying that we're not focused on
Oh
this
yeah.
business,
Yeah, of
but
course.
a lot of responsibilities as well. So we're quite chill. Me and Ben would usually have a meeting or two every week just so that we could plan posting and everything. So yeah.
And then we'd also talk about like uh, the future or like what we can do aside from what designs we have released. We've released so far 2 designs in various
Mm.
colorways, and with the brand being like somewhat our sideline, but mostly like our passion project, we decided to create like a mood board for our next collection, just so that
That's
we put
cool.
more effort and thought into the next release. And we've also taken into consideration other variables like our initial release. We didn't really um, foresee that we'd have so much stock inventory, so that we've learned from that, and then we realized now, oh, okay, we should try to do at least something similar to a pre-order thing, and then if orders come in more, then we can just keep reordering, just so that we don't waste too much time and energy of other people as well.
Yeah, and I think the difference between our first and second release is that we took a lot more time with the second
Planning.
release, yeah, with planning and everything. The first one was a bit rushed
Yeah.
in a way,
I'm
but
sure because you're super ganado, diba? So you're like, I
yeah,
want to
Excited,
put it
eh?
all
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
and we
Mm.
were a little excited to release and for people to see our design. So I think the second one we were a little more chill about it. So
And more mindful.
more mindful. So it's actually a better process for us because we tended to rebrand as well with our when we released our second design. So I think it was better for us in a way.
Yeah, that was good. And it's a good mindset to kind of take things day by day also,
Yeah.
diba? Not really rushing too much. Pero it was understandable naman like the first time around. Syempre, like,
Yeah.
Probably do
your
the same also.
passion,
I'd be like, nah, I want to put all of it out. Like,
diba?
now I
Your
want to
passion
see it.
project is, real now. So obviously you want to like put something out, diba? So, but of course, without that experience, of course, you would never have had the experience you had for the second release, diba? So, important naman lahat ng prior experiences, diba, to get where you guys are now. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's growth right there. And the fact that you guys have full-time jobs and you still find time during
Mm.
to meet. Like this, I'm sure you guys being together is your meeting for the week, right? If I'm not
Mhm.
Yeah,
mistaken. Or
actually,
yeah. So it's pretty it's pretty cool that you guys are able to like find time to be together. Us na nga, we've been doing shows for like a year. We've only shot episodes together once.
Yeah.
Like every other has been like this. It's just through a screen. So we're so used to it. And of course, we'd love to see each other in person, like what you guys are doing. But yeah, with everything that's been going on, and with COVID cases also rising again now, it's becoming so unpredictable again. But that's part of it, and it's pretty good that a lot of the businesses now they start online, because I personally believe that the future of business is really gonna be e-commerce set, because it's so easy to do things online, right? And I feel that if a lot of the traditional businesses had online things set up before COVID went down, a lot of them would have still done super well. And it's so nice that a lot of people in our generation are starting out from here. So they already have the experience going into the future now. Oh, this is really how things are going to be done anyway. Because people like convenience, right? And it's super convenient to just do things online. And another big thing that, a lot of businesses do that's online is their collab opportunities. Like, I know with you guys are kind of, well, not really starting out, but you're not the super biggest business yet. And that's totally fine. Like, everyone grows at their own pace. And then I'm sure for the people you got to model your stuff, it was either you guys or your friends or your friends of friends, right? Because that's the easiest way to do it. A lot of the other businesses we had also did it that way. And then as they started to grow, they started doing collab opportunities with influencers, with IG models, because that's also a really big thing that helps businesses grow now in today's age, right? You see them on TikTok, on IG. So for the people out there who are listening, the ones who have maybe been low-key fans of your brand for a while, like they've been following you and they want to know how they can reach out to you to maybe do potential collabs, baka they just do here. How would you guys go about doing that? Like people want to get in touch with you or inquire about like anything doing collab opportunities. How would you guys go about doing that?
Yeah, so I think we're pretty approachable. It's just that we do not get to focus as much anymore on Aize. I mean, we still focus on it, but most of the time, since we both have full-time jobs,
Yeah.
we don't get to see the notifications as fast. So we still check our messages from time to time, just in case there's any orders or anyone seeking to collab. Like you know how you guys.
Yeah, like us.
Yeah. And we're so grateful that people are still taking the time to browse through our profile or our portfolio. It's really more of taking the chance, because I mean there's nothing wrong with just taking the chance and asking someone or messaging someone. Yeah, we're pretty approachable.
Yeah, pretty approachable. So you could just go through our IG accounts or even our personal accounts. So it's already in our link in bio. So you can just message me or Denise, and we're actually really open with collaborations.
Yeah.
Well, that's great that you
Yeah.
guys are so welcoming. I'm sure everyone's gonna appreciate that it's easy to get in touch with you guys.
Yeah, I think that's a very important quality to have, as not only like for your business, but like as
As
the owners
people.
also. Yeah, and we've had so many influencers in our like series of shows. We have so many different shows, and one common type of person that we've had are influencers. So we've had a lot. So if ever you guys might have seen a couple and that you want to work with, yeah. We can definitely like help you guys in that
We'll
department.
try our best. A lot of them are like really big na now, so I don't
Mm.
know if they'd
We
they'd
manifested
see
too
our
much
message.
when they were here,
Yeah,
so
it
now they're
worked so
so.
well for all of them.
Mm.
But yeah, I think something also we learned from like collaborations, I feel like it's more useful, more it's like it's something that would convert sales better. Yeah, so that's the term I was looking for, sorry. So
Because when we started off,
Beneficial.
we used Facebook ads to kind of promote our brand.
Yeah.
And it actually didn't work well with us, though it did give us a lot of engagements. It didn't convert
anything into
into sales. So it's more of our friends and family who support us.
and
That
then word of mouth.
word of mouth, yeah, that's how our brand gets
Yeah.
around.
So I feel like from there, and then with work piling up more and more, just because of the implementation or the alert levels changing, we got a little busier with our work, and then we didn't really focus on marketing too much anymore, just because we wanted to, have the freedom to work on something else aside from our work, just so that we have somewhat of a balance.
Yeah.
I'd say
Though we still work on planning
the next
posts,
collections.
collections, and we just make sure that people see that we're still active on our feed, because nobody wants to see like a inactive profile, right? So at least people are still
That's true.
yeah. So
People want consistency.
at least so we plan our feed every week. So we post. We just make sure that we post every week, just so that people can see that
Oh,
they're still there.
active.
Yeah,
They're still alive. They're still in business.
people are still buying, wearing their clothes. Okay, maybe they have something in store in the future. So
And like our dream is to, like 5 to 10 years from now, hopefully, we could like open our own physical retail store.
Oh, for sure. That's the dream right there.
Exactly.
Imagine you just like go to Rockwell and you're like, oh, let's visit my store muna. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, usually what we're planning nowadays is just to take it day by day, just like you guys mentioned a while ago, and to maybe like hold on to the dream as long as we can, and then once we have enough capital, we can just venture out into retail.
Yeah, that's true. Good plan, guys. Shit.
And it's
Yeah.
You really
cool.
thought of everything.
And we're really grateful because this is actually our first kind of guesting. So
Yeah.
we're really working enough to kind of get that exposure so that our
Yeah.
brand can, reach a lot of people as well.
Thank you for
Yeah.
the
Thank you for
Yeah,
opportunity.
for sure. That's our job
Oh.
to give the exposure.
Yeah, I love everything I've heard so far. And you guys are able to balance doing your business and, of course, working on your jobs also. Yeah, but I think it's easier to do that because this is something you're passionate about. It's your passion project and all that. Because I think if it's like a business, it's like, just to make money, it'll be pretty hard to kind of just balance it with
Stay
your actual
motivated
job,
also.
your
Yeah.
motivation and all that. For sure, you guys have like a vision for your brand also. And I guess kind of going back to the whole collaborations thing with like influencers and all that, I think also one thing to take note on is if your values kind of align with one another, like with the influencer and with you guys. Diba? So yeah, I think that's one of the important things to consider also when it comes to collaborations and all that. And with what you guys said, also moving now to the next part, yung future plans, diba? You guys have pretty much said nga na, working on a new collection and hopefully, years from now, um, have like a store, diba? And I even think that since because the pandemic has been dying down. It's kind of coming back sadly, but it's been dying down a bit. A bit more lenient. So for some people that we've had on the show, they said, na, "Oh, we've been getting into bazaars." Diba? I mean, did you guys consider doing stuff like that?
Initially, we considered it, but then just like what I mentioned a while ago, work
Mm.
started getting
Yeah.
workloads started increasing, and then we didn't really have much time anymore. I think, and also for our safety and for our family safety, because we
Yeah.
live with our family. So what
Oh,
if
that's true also.
and
Mm.
then kami pa yung magdadala ng virus?
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock
But
on wood.
the online setting works rin naman eh. So,
Yeah. So
diba,
I
at
think
least.
we're just taking it day by day, and just like what you mentioned, you influencers aligning with our values. I think
Mm.
also from that experience, we realized that not everybody we send clothes to will help convert in sales. Sometimes you have to make sure that the
There's
people
retention.
and yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
it has to match talaga. Hindi pwede yung we're in a fashion industry and then we're just gonna give it to somebody who reviews tech. Parang it's not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't go. It's not a match.
Mm. Damn, this is getting pretty deep with us.
No, but it's still so informational. Like
Yeah,
getting
true,
a
true,
lot
true.
of. I'm sure anyone who's listening to this are gonna be like taking down notes. Parang
Uh,
crash course lang ng.
you really need to be purposeful of of everybody's time. I feel like it's just out of respect and for everybody now. Okay, since I don't want to bother you, and then I feel like we're not gonna benefit naman from each other, so
mhm.
might as well be like a little more purposeful with who to reach out to.
Yeah, and not all of our experiences were kind of pleasant.
Yeah.
Some
No,
Oh, yeah.
that's part of it.
That's
Yeah.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
people we've reached out to, it was kind of difficult also. It's like, okay,
Some people are mean.
we're sorry for reaching out.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Okay. Sige. So, yun nga, we've talked about your business nga. So, let's talk about you guys. So, throughout all of this, your experiences running a business, it's no joke, and you gain so much from it, diba? For sure. Regardless if you're at the beginning stage or if you're big na and all that. So, I guess the question is, what are some of the things that you've learned about yourselves as business owners and, just as a person?
I think I was actually, it's my first time doing a small business, and it's actually great to work with a friend because of course you wouldn't know everything when you run like a business. So I learned a lot of things from Denise. So she's more business minded. She's more on the operational type of person, and I'm more of like on the marketing creative side. So it's actually a good mix with us. So at least if I don't know anything on that particular side, Denise
Like
is
you guys
there.
complement each other.
Yeah, she's there to back me up. And then if Denise has problems with marketing, creatives, and
Yeah,
like,
I feel like it's really important to be compatible with your business partner. And aside from compatibility, I think it's mostly on trust. Like you trust one another now. Okay, you'll get this done, I'll get this done, and then at the end of the day, we can talk about what we've done so far. And aside from that, I feel like it's more about the passion. So it's passionate about the clothing line that we will be handling in the future or something. But yeah, we just want to create clothes that we would actually wear and we could use for a longer time. And I think another lesson I learned from this is you have to be patient and really organized because inventory. I mean, our inventory system is just based off Excel. So if you lose one inventory, sayang naman yung sale, diba? Or sayang naman yung capital na in-invest mo for that, diba? So I feel like it's really organization and passion as well.
Yeah, so aside from the tangibles such as that, I think it's good to find someone who's, interested in the same thing as you are, really, because that's how you'll make your business grow. So aside from that, so good thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's really important also to have good communication with one another. Just because, sometimes people start going into business together and then hindi pala sila, they don't communicate well or their styles are so different from each other.
Yeah, that's gonna be so bad.
Right? It's like how you and Mon are really compatible with one another. Na parang, okay, this is how we will flow, and then let's just like bounce off each other like that. So I feel like Aimee and I working on this passion project together is really good for us. Yes.
And I think one rule we had, like before we got into this thing, is we should never fight. So far it hasn't gone to that.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Gotta keep the business side and the friendship side separate, I think.
Oh,
The
yeah.
key.
Working. Go ahead.
No, sorry.
Go ahead.
But like we're really honest with each other. I told her like our rule is if ever you find something wrong with me or you have something to discuss with me, just let me know and I won't take like offense from that.
We're very transparent with one another, so that's also something good about our friendship.
Like, then I don't really like what this looks like. Can we change it to this? Or then sorry, can we move this meeting to another time? So like you have to really be understanding. One another.
Yeah, diba? So, working with like friends, does have its advantages, even though people say na, oh, you shouldn't work with your friends because if things go south, wala na, diba? Like, thesis man yan or business, diba?
Oh, thesis, those are bad. Some of those
Diba,
are
they
bad.
always say that, don't work with your friends, no matter
No,
what.
I was
diba?
fortunate not to have that problem. Like my thesis mates are solid as fuck. But
Mm.
like, other people, I felt so bad to some of them. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
So good nga that it worked for you guys, diba? Yung dynamic of, being friends, also being business owners, diba? I like what you guys said nga. As long as you have the mutual passion and drive to do the business, diba? So, it'll work out. I mean, me and
I'm gonna
Tony,
push it. Yeah.
yeah, we never thought we'd be this like consistent with like our content in the podcast. But since we do share the same passion for it, diba? We continue to put content out there, and a year later we're like, I mean, a year ago I wouldn't think that we'd have so many episodes by now. So it's crazy, diba? So yeah,
Like helps you grow as a person as well. Like you develop your skills. No, parang,
Super.
like how you both are very accommodating or like get to talk more with other people. Yeah, so just like how we learn more about the industry, it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay, ito na. Really
But it pays off. The effort pays off because you really retain the knowledge that you learn and the skills also. Like this, talking to people. We do this 2, 3 times a week. A year ago, we'd be so hiya to even like reach out and be like, this business is not gonna want to work with us.
Exactly.
Now we're like, let's just do it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you learn skills and you also grow, personally. So
And together, you grow alone together. Yeah.
Considering
Pretty
how
good.
shy we both are, this is kind of like stepping out of our comfort zone already.
Well, thank you for choosing us to.
Yeah, we're the perfect
We're
first
the
podcast.
most awkward. We just keep laughing during this, this interview. So
No, we love that energy.
Yeah, we're like that also. It's our awkwardness that makes the guests less awkward. So, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. We just laugh it off. Why not? Life is funny, right? So
Yeah.
I guess just as like a last question, even though you guys pretty much gave a lot of really good advice, for everyone who's watching who may be in the same situation as you, where they have a business but they're not sure how to proceed, or people who are nervous to take that step, that leap to actually start their own online business, what's one really solid piece of advice that each of you could give to everyone who's listening now?
So I think every person is different. So the way you attack a certain business would be different for everyone. So like me and Denise, since we have our other priorities, we decide to be chill. But if other people have, um, if they really want to scale up immediately, that's a different set of problems.
I love how they check with each other. They're like, that makes sense, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, we're on camera.
I feel like for me, the biggest challenge talaga is yourself. As in, if you feel like, if you don't believe in yourself, or if you have some doubts about it, then you won't be able to start anything that you want to like start with. So let's say
That's
you
true.
want to start working out and getting fit, getting that toned body. If you don't start today, then, or if you don't
You're
believe
never gonna start.
exactly, so nothing's gonna happen. So I feel like the fact that Aimee and I were really set on releasing something that we actually like and would actually wear, it's a pretty big step. So I feel like an advice is to just trust yourself and make sure to surround yourself with good people.
Yeah, because actually, how it started, Denise actually just messaged me.
Yeah, like,
She asked me if she wanted, if I wanted to start a business with her, and I was like, okay, I could help her out because
Yeah.
you'll never know that this opportunity could actually be good for you. Like just a friend reaching out, like, hey, you want to do this with me? Yeah, sure. Maybe that's something that's actually
So,
a
yeah.
plan for you in the future. So
So aside from the first one, the second one is saying yes to opportunity.
yes.
Yes, that's what we love hearing right there.
Yeah.
Say yes to opportunities. That's the
Yeah.
life. That's the motto that all of our platforms are trying to like abide by.
Because I feel like you'll never know where it's gonna take you, right? So
That's why.
yeah,
Mm.
no harm in saying yes anyways. Like if you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, you'll never know it unless you.
At least you'll know. Taking the opportunity
At
is
least
never wasted.
you'll
Yeah,
know.
at least you'll know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it, taking the leap. And you'd be surprised at what you can do once you start. Diba? It doesn't matter naman if the progress is, fast or slow. Diba? Well, at the end of the day, when you look back at your starting point to where you are now, you're gonna be like, wow, like I did that. Diba? At least I did something. So
And I
yeah,
feel
something to be proud of.
Yeah, no regrets.
yeah. Parang okay, I did it, and if I didn't enjoy the ride, then
Yeah. At
just
least you can say
Still did
I
it,
knew that
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I still did it anyway, but didn't work out. That's how it is. But yeah. Good. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, guys, take advantage of opportunities.
exactly. I feel like
I mean,
there's opportunities parang in the future. That's when you'll start. Right?
Yeah, so never close a door on anything that comes up.
damn, that's
You can,
pretty.
you
Yeah.
can
Okay.
find fulfillment in, anything, diba? Even the most uncertain things.
But I feel like ever since the pandemic started, parang, it's around a year or two na parang lockdown. Parang ang daming what if I did this, or sayang naman hindi ko nagawa yung ganito. So I feel like it really helps na you just push yourself, but not too much. Like you should know how much you can have.
Know your limits.
Know your limits, yeah. Be smart too, diba?
Daming requirements, daming kailangan. But that's okay. You'll figure that out. You'll figure that out along the way.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Just start it lang, yeah. You'll cross the bridge naman. When you get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It's pointless worrying about tomorrow's problems today, diba?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel
We'll
like
make the problem go away.
yeah, it's really
Nice.
like
That's okay. And like, I mean, I'm sure hearing all of your stories, like you guys saying it and hearing yourselves talk about it, you really see the level of growth that you guys have gone through throughout the past 2 years of working together, right? I'm sure you didn't expect to be here where you are right now 2 years ago. And that's the whole point of taking advantage of opportunities. Because you never know where life will take you, and the uncertainty makes it more exciting.
Exactly. 2 years ago, we were sort of unemployed.
Yeah,
Because of
exactly.
we were just fresh grads, and then the pandemic happened. We just took our chance.
Yeah, we were worrying about getting jobs.
Oh no.
Now we're so busy.
So
We
busy.
have this sideline.
Diba? It's so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being busy is a great flex.
Yeah.
Like I can't today.
Busy stuff right now.
Mm. Yeah, busy means you're being productive. Yeah, great. It's turned
Good
into
job, guys. Good
it's turned
job.
into a
Really.
TED Talk-ish type.
Not advice.
Yeah, there's a lot of applicable
Loving-
advice for like life in
Loving
general.
alarm.
Pretty good. This is why we love doing this segment and
Mm.
hear all of the growth opportunities and growth stories of all of these people as
That's how
people.
we do it over here.
Yeah. So before we let you guys go, do you guys want to plug any of your socials? Of course, people should be following you guys and your business. Now's the time to do it. Don't be here. Everyone's always here, and they do it anyway. So
So follow us on our IGs.
It's underscore at Aize Collective.
Yeah.
We also have a Facebook page, also named Aize Collective. You can also reach our website at Aize
Oh,
Collective
yes.
yeah, they have a website.
site.
It's just a free site, but you know we have to make do with what we can.
Still, diba? Yeah, very
Yeah, site
important.
is a site. Yo, that's still good on you guys for having it up.
Mm.
Follow us on our personals
Yeah,
if
so-
you want to.
So it's at Aimee Lontok and
And at Denise Uy, double Y.
Got
All
you.
right,
We
great.
will
We'll
be
plug
plugging
all
all
of
of that in the description of the YouTube video. And yeah, thank you guys again for saying yes to being here. We hope you guys enjoyed. I think what you said
Yeah.
this is your first
thank you for
talk
your-
show-ish podcast experience. So I hope we
And
made
good
it.
job. Good job also, guys.
Yeah, you guys are doing so great. Props to you guys. Just keep the passion going, and it's gonna take you so many places already.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you,
Of
Tanya.
course. And thank you to everyone who's listening and everyone who's supporting our content. Really appreciate it. This has been another Down to Business segment of the Screw Up Show, and we will see you guys in the next episode.